for the past 2 days. Brian Fogerty is described as armed and dangerous, and we just learned from Jacksonville police he has been spotted within the past 90 minutes on the west side. We're told he was trying to catch a taxi. Earlier today, police recovered this SUV that they say Fogerty carjacked from one of his victims. It was recovered this morning near West Beaver Street and North Edgewood Avenue. Officers say he threatened the woman with a knife, dragged her by the hair, tied her hands and feet with an extension cord, then put her into her red Toyota 4Runner and drove off.
We're told Fogerty then let her go in Middleburg, near where he used to live. And that's just one of the crimes linked to this man, scattered over 2 counties. Less than 15 minutes ago, police wrapped up a news conference saying Fogerty also sexually assaulted a woman at Jacksonville Beach and robbed her family and then dumped them in Springfield. Several of our crews are following the search for this man. We're also digging into Fogerty's long history of arrests. We begin with Channel 4's Chris Parento, who's joining us live after the news conference. Chris.
JSO Director Tom Hackney said that Brian Fogerty is desperate and dangerous. Director Hackney even said that right now, with this man on the loose, he doesn't feel safe, he doesn't feel his own family is safe, and he doesn't feel that people in that area of the West Side or anywhere else in our area should feel safe. He mentioned that Fogerty, about 3 o'clock this afternoon, tried to catch a cab, didn't say where he wanted to go, but didn't have the money, so the cab driver took off. We do have an older picture of Brian Fogerty from a driver's license that he got, and we're told that he looks a little bit different than this. We're told that he has a very distinct red nose right now. They say he has some sort of infection in his nose that appears to be working its way up into his eyes. Director Hackney said that if you saw this man, that would be the first thing that you noticed. He also said that Fogerty was last seen wearing a white shirt and off blue pants, whether that be medium or lighter colored blue. Hackney wasn't exactly sure. He said this entire string started on Sunday when Fogerty held a woman at knife point and sexually assaulted her in Jacksonville Beach. Shortly after that, he drove her to her house, made her call her husband, and then he abducted her husband and 2 infant children before dropping them off in Springfield. Yesterday, we're told that a similar incident where he knocked on a door of a woman's house near the area of 103rd Street. The woman opened the door saying that she was expecting somebody else around that same time. He held her at knife point, eventually tied her up, put her into her car against her will, and took off, driving around for a little while before dumping her off in Middleburg. That car was found this morning near Edgewood Avenue North and Deer Street. I was there when that car was being towed away. Again, Director Hackney saying that anybody in the area should be on alert in case they see this man.
This is serious enough and scary enough that we're coming forward in a manner such as this. I need people to be scared. I need people to be aware of this guy. He is desperate. His acts are desperate.
Hackney says they are pulling out all the stops when it comes to finding Fogerty. He says they have extra resources in that area right now, canines, helicopters, every resource they can in that area to try to find this guy. They also say that the U.S. Marshals have been assisting in this search and will continue until they find him. Hackney asking anybody with any information about where he might be to call the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office or to call Crime Stoppers at 866-845-TIPS. Live at JSO, I'm Chris Parento, Channel 4, the local station.
And tonight we're digging into Brian Fogerty's extensive criminal past. Joy has a look at his 17 prior arrests in Clay County. Joy.
Mary, Fogerty got out of prison in May after a conviction for eluding police here in Duval County. He has a long arrest record dating back to the 1990s for various crimes in Bradford, Clay, Duval, Marion, Seminole counties. His most extensive is in Clay County. We found 2 arrests for aggravated assault, including an assault on a pregnant woman, 2 arrests for battery, 6 arrests for grand theft, 1 arrest for armed burglary, and finally a charge of purchasing or possessing a controlled substance.